Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've got some more little cute little craft fair ideas. I haven't fetched cello bags over, but you could put them in cello bags, or you could just lay them all out on a tray, but it's not my idea. Do you remember about 3 years ago I made the cup, and a big one, it was about that big, I can't remember the lady's name who I cased it from. But I was going through Pinterest, as you do, looking for craft fair ideas, and I came across these cute little cups. Now, I followed this lady's instruction, who got her instruction from the gorgeous Heidi from Flutter by Heidi. She's a lady here on YouTube. You can look her up. She's was a part of my team, I think, if I remember rightly. Yes. She also makes, her husband makes MDF containers for you to put your ink pads in. Ever so cheap, so check her out. She's lovely. So this is her little Ferrero Rocher cup. Adorable as hell. She didn't have little saucers on the bottom. I just decided to put them on. But look how cute they are. They hold one Ferrero Rocher. Now, I like Ferrero Rocher, but I also love these. Nom nom nom. So I thought, oh, let's rejiggle all the math and make one big enough for that. So my first attempt, because they're 2 inches by 1.5 inches deep, so the diameter is 2 inches. So I come up with a 2-inch one, but it's too small for my my tea cake. So I thought, why not fill it with sweets? And like I say, can you imagine these on a craft fair? And then I get recalculated again, and now I've got it where my tea cake fits inside. Can you imagine all those laid on a gorgeous little platter for all to see? And you could charge maybe, I don't know, say 50 pence, 75p in a pound. I don't know, I'm no good with craft fair things, so don't ask me for prices because I'm terrible. I wouldn't know where to start. I don't think you'd get a candy cane in there, but you would also get a little candy cane in there as well. You could even fill these with coffee, you know, what do they call them? The little pods that fit the coffee machines. And you could perhaps put a pod in there. If you've got this side, you could put a pod in there, a candy cane, maybe a milk sachet as well, and some little chocolates. Or they're just too adorable. So we're going to make this one, and this one. They're just so cute. And you can get that, and that out of one sheet of designer's hairs paper, or you can get 6 of those, 3 of those, and 2 of those if you're doing it like that. Well, I bought this pad of paper because it come on craft card, oh, a couple of years back now. I think I might even double my handle up because it's there, but it's a little bit flimsy. You can hold it like with your finger underneath as well, but I might just double up the handle, you know, and glue those together to make it a little bit stronger. So let's pop them up there out the way. But aren't they just adorable? I love it. So this is Heidi's size. Then I went away obviously, and this is my size, and this one too. So yeah, how cute. Love it. You could even put all those in a nice bit of cello bag and have it as a nesting. Oh, I wouldn't put it on top of each other. Look at my little Ferrero Rocher coming out. You could nest them and put them in a cello bag with a nice big massive ribbon on there. Make a perfect teacher gifts as well. How adorable are they? Who wouldn't want one of them? Especially with one of these tea cakes in, which I'm going to eat after the video. I have cut my pre-circle, the largest of the scallop circles, out ready for my little saucer. You could also put a little napkin on there. Oh, let me see. Have I got any napkins? Napkins. Doilies, I meant. I've got some over here. So, let's find... Oh, I've got pearlescent doily. You could even pop one of these. Oh, I forgot. Oh, there we go. You could even pop one of them on there and glue that on. How sweet and adorable will that look? And then that beautiful cup on top. I think, oh, we'll go with that one this time then. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. So I've recently just come back from the bathroom, cleaning off my nozzle. It started erupting like Mount Vesuvius. So it's all nice and clean again now. I think you have to give them a bit of maintenance. Keeps the flow going. But how cute are these? Just making sure you've got it quite even all the way round. Leave that. You can even sponge that now. You could sponge that with your delicate silver or whatever, or you could have done it just beforehand. But that's going to be our little coaster for the large one. How sweet! Love it, love it, love it. I used, oh, what did I use? The scalloped one for that, but I don't have any more silver on me. Let me just grab a bit out the drawer. I've got little sections everywhere. There goes. We've got some more foil for maybe that one, and maybe the small one as well, but you could use a scalloped punch for that. A scallop. We're going to use the starburst one for this one. No, I didn't use the starburst. I used the dies, but let's work it with the starburst. I've got all my punches on my desk, so that's prepared. Let's get these. Let me show you how I make them. But this is the paper I bought, and it's got some wonderful designs in here. I won't get them all out now because it's been a while since I bought this pack. You've got these snowflakes in grey. I thought I'd stick with the red and white. And you've got the snowflakes on one side, candy canes on the other. Then you've got blue, grey trees and swirls, like a plaid design and spots. Oh, you've got the little gingerbread houses. Absolutely adorable. And what's on the back? Oh, just large stripes. Then you've got the polka dots. You've got these white snowflakes with this slanted one, and you've got zigzags and stars. And then you've got the plaid, like a stitched version of a flower. And they've got reindeer heads on the other side. Then you've got bells. I had this from the range. I think it cost me like $3.99. You've got dots and dashes, more little stockings. How cute! And then you've got the stitched Christmas trees as well, and there's cross stitch on the back. But I remember showing this in a video once over. So I've got all my pieces. Whoops. Oh, that's not the right piece. Oh my goodness me. But it's only going to go underneath, so there's pieces for the small one. These are the pieces for the middle one, and this is the pieces. I'll just glue that on for security. Let me do that while the lid's off actually. I think I'll stick with the stripe. Just to double over that last handle, just to give it a bit more security. There we go. So, I don't need that piece. Let me give you the measurements. Where's my book gone? There it is. The mini treat cups. So for the small one, you'll need a piece that is 5 3/4 by 3 1/4, and you'll need 1/2 inch by 3 inch for the handle. The medium one is 4 1/2 by 6 1/2, and you'll need this at 5/8 of an inch by 4, is it? By 3 1/2, sorry. And then the last one is 8 by 4 1/4, 4 1/2, and the handle is 5/8 by 4 1/2. So there we go. And you're scoring, I'll have to show you that in a minute, because it's you score every 7/8 of an inch on that one, 1 1/4 on that, 1 inch on that one, and 1 1/4 inch on this one. And it's so simple. Let me get my board out. Pop them up there out the way. So I've got my little sweets again and my other tea cake. That is the last of my Ferrero Rocher. So you're going to put this in and we're going to score this at 1 and 2 1/4. Then we're going to flick this around, and like I'm saying, every 7/8 of an inch. So 7/8, 1 3/4, 2 5/8, 3 1/2, 4 3/8, and 5 1/4. Oh, see that slit then? So be careful because it can knock you out. So that's the small one. We'll do one at a time, I think, because otherwise I'll confuse everybody. So grabbing your scissors, I'm going with the directions. So this is the way mine is. So this section, I'm just going to take that bottom bit off and just miter in slightly until it comes off. Then I'm going to miter and miter. And I'm going to miter this end as well. How sweet. So, and then we're just going to burnish our score lines before we snip up the bottom. Just make sure we burnish those. They're just the sweetest little things I've ever seen in my life. Perfect for swaps as well if you're going to one stage. And if you get hungry, so what we're going to do, we're going to fold this back on itself and we're going to glue those together. This is going to reinforce the sides. So, do glue those. Don't glue the last square yet. I'll show you how in a minute. But just leave this square open. Fold this over. And just give that a nice burnish. So when we come, these two little tags here, you're going to have to reinforce your score lines again. I think fingers is just the best after, because we've already done it once. So this is going to tuck into that last slot there. So what I do, I add glue on both sides. And that side. And then, because you've left the last square open, you can slide that in without going over the score line, and then just hold that for a minute, because you know your glue is good and you know it's going to go off. And then what you're going to do, just going to, I didn't cut up. You need to cut up each score line. I knew I was forgetting something. You can do it before, you can do it after, it doesn't matter. And now, see, I've got the direction of those trees. So just pan them out. And then we're going to glue opposites. But you want to make sure they overlap and that they come together. So with that one, just adding glue on here. Making sure, like I say, they're the same distance. You can lift that up, just hold it into place, just for a second, because it doesn't take long. And then, because I like to make sure everything's you don't have to do what I'm doing, but I like to make sure everything's stuck down. So I know that's going to get stuck to there. And then you just glue that one, making sure they're the level. And again, just pop your finger inside and hold it into place just for a few seconds. And you know you're good to go. You only want to do the top end. But make sure when you glue that bit down that this bit is going to line up. How cute is that? How cute! And there you go. Look, and there's your little Ferrero Rocher. It goes right in there. So for the handle, we're just gonna give it a little burnish to help break the fibres, and then I'm just gonna put a touch of glue, only about 1/4 inch. I'm gonna do, this is the back of my seam, so I'm gonna come round 2, and I'm just gonna glue that on the bottom. Just gonna hold that into place. You need it a couple of seconds to go off. So in the meantime, while you're holding it with this hand, make sure it stays straight. And then just put a little bit of glue. You can use tearing tape. You could use fast fuse if you've got any left. And then you're just going to pinch that together. I'm going to pop that out just for a minute. Look how sweet that is. But I like these little circles. Is that the one? Yeah, I think this is the 1 3/8 circle. Perfect. I'm going to glue that into place though. And it's just going to give me a bit of structure inside. I know we've got all those little layers, but perfect. Right, let me sort through my punches. I've got them all here. 1 3/8. I've got some white card. I'm just going to punch myself another one. And that's going to get glued on the bottom. You don't have to do this one because you are going to pop a little saucer on there. But I like to make sure it's all neat, tidy and secure. So just give that a little rub until it's all glued down. And there is that little cut. How adorable is that, and how quick and simple as well. So I've got some red cardstock here. What size did I put on that one? Ooh, 2 1/4. Wow. Yeah, I've got a 2 1/4 inch circle here, I think it is. Is that right? Yeah, that's the 2 1/4 inch. So I'm going to glue that right on top of there. Here's my gorgeous husband with my gorgeous cup of coffee. You're a darling. Thank you, sweetness. Okay. See you soon. Love ya. So, I mean, if you've got any smaller little doilies, you could put that underneath. How adorable is that? I haven't got a doily that small for this one. So I'm just going to add some Winker Stella. Give it a prime. I always forget to shake it. You could even emboss these with an embossing fold if you wanted. I just think that's the most adorable thing on the planet. Isn't that cute? So there's our first one. I think it's lovely. Now, with our second, this one you're going to score every inch. Let me pop that out there. So on the short side first, we're going to score this one now at 1 1/2 and 3. Going to turn it to the side and we're going to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Perfect. Again, this is our small section. This is going to be the bottom. So you can just cut them up, notch away. Exactly the same process. And notch and notch. And notch on there. Oh, it didn't go quite to the corner. That's better. You're not getting much waste either for each one. So this time I'm going to cut up the score lines. I mean, I reckon you could get away with having 1 1/4 there, not 1 1/2 even. But it all works, it all fits. Perfect. Now burnish. So I'm keeping this one as the stripes because we've got trees. Where's my little one gone? Oh, there it is. We had trees on this one. We've got stripes for this one, which is the back of this. So let's get these. I'm going to give them just a quick burnish because once we've glued it down again, we're going to give it a good burnish. And again, you're going to glue that down, but you don't glue the last 2 squares. Come on. Oh, you know, I had to make one for me, me tea cakes, don't you? You know what I'm like with me tea cakes. I love them. And a lot of other people do too. So, again, let's just give them a burnish. This time, make sure that they're coming across level as you're doing it. And because you haven't glued the last one again, we're going to glue the back and the other side, and that will seal the entrance to that one. Touch it round. And I think if you watch something like this in 3 different sizes, you'll get the gist of it for each and every one, and it'll soon come together. So we're now sealing that entrance. If you want to put your bone folder in, you can, because these are square until you turn them round and pop them back into place. Lovely. I'll flick those over, and these are a little bit longer, the tabs are on this one. So again, fetch them across, make sure that they touch either side, because that's where you're going to get that shape. So your first one, just hold it into place, go from underneath. If you've got Tombow, I'm afraid you'll have to hold on a little bit longer because we've got, so I'm not going to glue all the way across, I'm just going to give a little dab in the centre. But first, I want to make sure that they are equal. Yes, they are. So I can now add my glue. Keeping short and press from the inside. Perfect. Let's check these, because you want to keep that shape. Perfect. So let's give that little squidge. Check it again. Perfect. That's it. That is so sweet. There, you've got that gorgeous hexagon shape. This time I'm going to use a 1.5 inch punch. I'm just going to put this one in the inside because we are making bases, and I've got I've got the silver foil and I've got the red for this one. I'm just going to glue one on the inside. Drop that in the centre. And this gives you a 2-inch diameter. This little one is from the furthest point to the is 1 3/4. This is 2, and I'm not quite sure what this one is. Let me have a look. I think it's about 2.5. Yeah, it's 2.5. But how cute are these? I adore them. So my handle, that's not it. Have I lost my handle? I think I've glued it on there. So I'll keep this one. Again, I'm going to give it some help. You're going to glue the inside. Only about 1/4 inch you need. So there's my seam. So I'm going to seam and then across one. Just give that a second to go off. Keeping it nice and straight, and then you can just add a little touch on here. And then just kill, oh, there we go, so kill that back on itself. So you can hold the two, keep that nice and straight. That is so stinking cute, look at that. And then there's those little sweets that can go in there. You could fill them up with little mini chocolates. Oh, beautiful, how sweet. How sweet, sweet. I only got these in for Halloween because we get loads of kids coming round. Because Mr. B dresses up as the clown from the film It. And they think it's absolutely brilliant. So, right, cardstock. I'm going to be using the 2 1/4 to punch out my circle. And because I'm not going to get the machine out, just for, I'm going to do the starburst, which I think is either slightly bigger or slightly smaller, I can't remember. We'll soon see now. Oh, that's it, it's slightly smaller, look at that, and it gives me that illusion of a nice glittery doily. You don't have to do any of this, you could just literally leave those little cups like that. I just think this is finishing them off and it looks a treat. Perfect, so I'm going to turn my cup upside down. And because we haven't had to add a white circle because we've got double layer there, but you will need plenty of glue because of the glitter card. So I'm just going to position that right in the centre. I think that is just the sweetest thing ever. And again, table favours at Christmas. Fill them with you could put some. You could have a clip on there with a peg or something with a name, seating names and stuff like that. Oh, how adorable! That just takes a few minutes to go off. You could start decorating these with any little elements that you may have. You can put, you could even put a little circle on there with somebody's name on it, or, you know, a little, this is for you, a gift for you. But there is our second one. So we've got our first one with the glitter. We've now got this one with the glitter. Our doily's ready for our, and I want a 2-inch circle. Let's see if I've got enough here. Nope. Let's grab some white cardstock out. It's only for my inside base. There we go. So I can pop my bits of red away now. I don't need those no more. I can pop that back over there for glitter. So we've got handle ready. We can just give this a burnish as well. We've got our saucer ready. We've got our inner circle ready. Now let's get our little... Oh, I've got to cut 4 inches off that. It's 12 inches long. So let me take this down to 4 because we need 8 inches. And do you know what I'm going to do with this one? Nothing. I was going to take it shorter, but I'm not going to. Because we've got... So this needs to be 8 by 4.5. Again, we're going to get the scoreboard out. Do you know, if you've got a little platter and even put piles of these on the centre of your table, you could use them as a centrepiece. Again, 1.5 and 3. This time we're going to score every 1.25. So 1.25, 2.5, 3 3/4, 5, 6.25, and 7.5. Perfect. That is our scoring done. You can decide which way, you know, if you wanted the candy canes. But I'm having the snowflakes. I love them. So again, we're going to snip off the bottom corner. This is non-directional, so it doesn't really make any odds. Just a tiny little mitre. And that's all you're losing. Those few little bits. And then I'm going to trim up each one. Got to do a little trio of cups, haven't we? I mean, as long as you get your measurements, you could do these really tall. You don't even, some people I've seen don't even double them over, but I just think it helps to strengthen it. So let's burnish them. Absolutely adorable. And I think now you've seen me do it 3 times. I think that's plenty of practice. So you should be able to go and make your own without having to worry. So again, fold this over. And we're going to glue again in place, leaving open the last section. All the way down to this square. You could fill these and keep that open and then put a little cello bag full of jelly beans in there and put it down as rainbow poo or something, Maltesers. Little reindeer poop, as they call it. So last burnish now, making sure they're nice and neat. And that they all meet together. Perfect. And like I say, we're going to glue both those tabs both ways. Seal our entrance up. I haven't seen Heidi's video on this, but I just knew the lady had mentioned the wonderful Heidi. So again, just keep those pinched together. Use your bone folder if you want. It looks like a little square box. You could do it as a square box if you wanted to, but then we want that hexagon shape. So to get that is definitely lining up the bottom of your box. It's got to be done. So you can take opposite sides. These only fit 1/4 of the way across, so hence we needed the length on this. So just add your glue, pinch your sides together. You don't want to force them across because you'll move the structure. So just until they're nice and comfortable, squeeze. You can do it from this side on the first one. Perfect. And then check, because you need to pull them straight. Oh, that one seems to be coming off. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, I know what's happened. I've creased it the wrong way. So I'm going to fold that over quickly. And I'm going to glue that one into place quickly. Just put a little blob of glue. Making sure it's the right way. That's it. Oh. Now be careful how you score and burnish. I've gone a bit too rough there. I may have even dug my score tool in a bit too rough. But we need these to come together. That's perfect. Oh, it's a great save because you can't see it. So let's just get that on there. I'm just going to add a dab on there because I like everything to be glued into place. So line those two strips up. Just give them a rub from the inside. See how big I said. That is a perfect fit for your tea cake. This is a 2 1/4 inch circle for the inside. Just going to try my best to get that central. It just looks neat when the person takes out the biscuit. Checking my battery's okay. And then our handle, like I say, find your seam. I like to move, oh there it is, I like to move 2 down. Don't ask me why. Because we've glued these together, I'm just going to glue that little bit at the bottom there. And hold that into place. And you can centralise that once it's on. Just give that a few seconds. They're just the sweetest things ever though. Absolutely adorable. And then you're going to add that bit there. So let's coming to the end of my bottle again, girls. Oof. And then just pull this back, and because we've curled it and it's just lining up perfect. Definitely strengthen that now, and they're going to get even more strength now when we attach that onto that. How adorable does that look? Oh my god, Santa mugs. Oh my god. You could do these in any design of serious paper you want. You don't have to have them for Christmas. You could do them for birthdays, wedding favours, baby showers. Fill them with all sorts of things. But just so adorable. There we go. Plenty of glue on there. I'm going to make sure I get this as centralised as possible. Just get that hold down just for a minute or two. And then there we go. There is our gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous little mini treat cups. Perfect. So we have our small, our medium and our large, and these are the ones I made before. Look how beautiful they look, all clustered together on a plate. They would look absolutely delicious. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3, absolutely wonderful. How cute are they? Oh my goodness, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ooh. I hope you liked anyway. I hope you give them a go because they're so sweet. I think they're adorable. I love this one now. I've reinforced the handle. It's absolutely superb. Can you imagine that inside a cello bag with maybe a coffee sachet or a hot chocolate and some marshmallows? Oh, maybe a Biscoff biscuit all tied up with a little ribbon at the top. Perfection. Absolute perfection. So there we go. This is my third one this week of craft fair ideas or just all sorts of... I'm going to go and eat these. I'm going to eat this one. Right there. Yeah, this one's the coldest. It's not long come out of the fridge. I would love a thumbs up and a share. That'd be amazing. Like I say, credit... I can't remember the lady's name who I watched, but she did mention the gorgeous Heidi. Like I say, Flutter by Heidi, if you want to look her up. They're very cheap as well, those units. I bought 2 off her, and I can get 3 ink pads in each section at a push, but they're tightly squeezed in. But I bought 2, and I've got every single compartment with 2 in each one, and I've got about 4 to 6 empty trays underneath for spares. So there we have it. Go and have a look. Take care of everyone, and if you've not subscribed before, please do press the bell as well straight after. That way you'll get a notification every single day, because I post every single day. So if you're intrigued, press the button. Come and see what I'll make tomorrow. Till next time. Bye.